what do you call your genre?
I would put myself.
Do you think you figured that out now?
I said I was gonna drop 4 projects this year. It might be 5 at this point. I want to go like punch a wall.
What is your highest streaming song? Do you know?
I think I brought in like, I'll say this.
How much money does that pay out?
What?
You got how many streams, G?
What's up, Crazy Talk? This is Crazy Talk.
That's Crazy Talk.
That's Crazy Talk.
Hey, did you know Crazy Flo's on house arrest?
Yeah, I'm a boss, I do what I want.
What's up, you bitch ass, pussy ass motherfuckers? This is your boy Crazy Flo, and this is Crazy Talk. And today I have a very, very special guest. This shit is fucking crazy. I gave him this name, and this name is gonna remain. And just know that it came from me. He is the pop prince of Fargo. Okay? I swear to God, this guy is so crazy, and I'm so excited to have him here with me today. He goes by Durow. Or is it Alex Durow? Or is it just Durow? Or is it Durow? How do you actually say your name, bro? Say what's up real quick. We got Alex Durow in the fucking building right now.
It's nice to be here, man. My name is Alex Durow. You can pronounce the Durow however you want.
Yeah.
I just go by Durow because Alex is so milquetoast.
That's what's up. Because I didn't know at first. I was like, is this guy Durow or is it Durow?
A lot of people.
Or you know what I mean? Like, because you're like, are you saying the name right or are you not saying the name right? So it's Alex Durow.
Yeah, I put more emphasis on the O part at the end. Durow.
Okay, say it for us one more time.
Durow.
Durow.
Yeah.
Like, do you always talk sexy like that? Like no homo.
No,
I'm just saying,
no,
the way you did that, it was like Durow.
Well, because that's how I want it to be said to me, I guess.
That's how
I want people to be saying it to me. Yeah.
That's how you want people, and that's why you sing.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, let's get this straight. I remember a few years ago, when like I was doing a lot of shows and shit like that, I remember every once in a while the promoter would tell me like, oh yeah, and then we got this white kid named Durow on there, and I'm like, who? Who the fuck is this? And I think were you like kind of rapping back then or no?
Yeah,
like you were doing more like hip hop shit?
I mean, I always dive into hip hop a lot, but yeah, I was doing a lot of like hip hop, and I knew a lot of the hip hop connects and artists.
Right. So you at the time
in.
you were like, fuck it, let me make some rap songs and let me get into the scene type shit? Is that like?
It wasn't to get into the scene, but once I had made those songs, I found those people and just tried to like say hi and like get involved.
And then I think there was a time where like all of a sudden you just switched. Like not like switch because you still like got like a hip hop vibe to all your songs, which is why I still listen to them. But like I feel like you definitely switch from like more of a rapper to a straight like pop singer. You know what I mean? Or I don't even know if it's called pop. Like what do you call your genre?
I don't fucking know. I would say I take a lot from R&B, pop, and like EDM as a bigger genre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just that more. I think I try and do everything. I think I started with the hip hop. And then I just kind of showed off more of the different sides of what I do. But I've definitely been looking into, like Fred again?
I don't, bro.
Oh my God, dude.
But here's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like every artist kind of has that answer. Nothing against you, because I feel like I've had that same answer where someone asked me like, what's your genre? And I'm just like
all over, yeah.
Oh, I do everything. I make trap music and I make this music. But like, okay, say I'm a label right now.
Yeah.
And I'm offering you $2 million.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you like, okay, I need you to tell me what genre are you in? What market are we chasing? If you had to choose one, what is it?
It would be per project. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I guess so. Like the album I just dropped, "Lived as You Live," that album was really house inspired, pop inspired. I wanted to get a lot more like I wanted to combine acoustic sounds, like just playing the piano and singing, with the 4 on the floor like bass hits, like get that rhythm going. And so I would market that to a label as like, I'm gonna be the next house pop like crossover. I'm gonna be on the radio for making something that's so catchy.
You gotta like put me on real quick. What's a house pop? Like what's house?
Me, bro. It's fucking, I don't know. It's
like funky more.
4 on the floor. It's like.
Yeah, like a.
But instead of it being more focused on the instrumental and like a drop, I have like vocals over the whole thing. It's more like a traditional style, like structured pop song.
That's what's up. So you would be more in the pop genre.
Yeah, I would put myself. Yeah. I would say I'm doing pop, but I'm trying to do pop my way.
Because you're a singer, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You
sing.
I just do it. I try to
do
it
got
as much
some.
as I
Like
can,
you can sing some shit. You got some vocals and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like so, do you do that like because you like to sing, or is it like for the girls? No, like for real. Like okay. Like listen, we're gonna pretend like your girlfriend ain't in the room right now, because like ladies and gentlemen. Durow.
I didn't mean to say it like
He
that.
has he's got his girlfriend in the room, but we don't care about that right now because your girlfriend obviously understands you're like this major pop star with like long blonde hair and shit, right? So like,
It's like Auburn now.
Yeah. Do you like so? Do you okay? How about this? Let me ask you a better question. Before you met your girlfriend, you were singing, right? Mm-hmm. Did you want to sing to get girls? Or
Okay,
no?
look,
that's why I would sing.
Look, yeah.
Yeah. Like
Wait, so you started making music for the purpose of like attracting women and like?
No. See, I'm a rapper. See, like.
Oh, that's why you started singing.
Yeah. So I'm saying if I
okay,
could sing, like the way you can. My only purpose would be to get girls. What is like? Why did you start singing? Is it for the girls or was it for something else? Like was it like that? I did it for myself. Like was it that?
What if it was for the girls this whole time?
Was it this
I
whole
hope
time?
not. I really hope not.
Like did you get a lot of girls? Like hold on.
No.
Like that.
If that was the goal, it
I'm
didn't
not
work.
trying to get you in trouble, bro. I swear I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm just like I'm trying to see what it's like to be a singer.
It's the first time I ever felt love.
Yeah. Okay. Like, don't look over there, bro. Like, your camera is right there. What's up? Say, it's Durow. You know what I mean?
Nah. I started singing like at 7, like as a kid.
Oh, so you didn't even know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I even really cared about girls, I was singing. That's just always kind of been who I am. But I will say, it definitely played a large part of like me growing up in puberty, like dealing with wanting to be a singer and an artist. And then wanting to be like the hot, cool new artist, but also trying to be artistically authentic and not just like make what the pop stars around you were making, trying to like be cool, like be the bad boy.
So you already knew that from a young
instead.
age? Like you knew that you needed to be
I wanted to do
different?
this shit my whole life. Yeah, this is just what I
But
do.
you knew you needed to be different, like at a young age, like you're saying, or?
Yeah, it was just trying to figure out how to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Do you think you figured that out now? No?
No, I think that's something I'm still. That's why I have the House album. That's like house pop, and then I have this album, I Kept the Knife, that I'm working on, or like Fun Hate, that's out, so I can talk about that. But like, that's not housey at all. There's like one.
You got
song
a lot
on
of
that's
shit
like,
out. I feel like.
Yeah.
Is that true or
and
no?
I have like at least double the amount in my vault because I just don't ever show people because I.
But even as far as like what's out, like I feel like you got a lot of songs out, a lot of projects. Like you got a project coming out with one of your buddies, I think, in a week or something like that,
with
and
Zach,
you just dropped the album. By the way, what was that album called again?
Zach and Alex.
No, the one you
this
just
one
dropped.
I just dropped.
Yeah.
Live Desi Live.
Live Desi Live.
Yeah, and then the one before that, I said I was gonna drop 4 projects this year. It might be 5 at this point because I dropped Big Group Hug in January, then Fun Hate in April, then I just dropped Live Desi Live on the 13th, and then Zach and Alex is gonna come out. And then I really want to try and put out I Kept the Knife before the beginning of the new year because here's the issue, is especially right now, because I'm not like signed to a label or anything, you know what I mean? So to me, as much as I try and focus on like the business shit of it, at the end of the day, bro, like I just want to get it out there.
Yeah.
And it takes up space here.
But do you think
it takes space up in the mental to be able to not, like if I Kept the Knife and Summer War Party and 98 Warhol sitting right here, it's so much harder to get in the studio and make something new because it's like I've got 3 albums sitting back here that I'm like half thinking about.
Right.
So like dropping Live Desi Live, the day I pressed submit on DistroKid, that was like the best day of the year. It was
Because
like,
now you don't even gotta think about it no more.
Like there we go. Okay, now it's a real
But
thing.
like, do you think having too much music out is an issue? Like, do you think that can affect you in some way? Like, you know, because you got your own album, right? Then you got a conjoined album with your homie that's coming out. Then you got like songs that you dropping with your other homie Malavinci. Shout out Malavinci. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all dropping shit.
I got you with Jans too. I have stuff with like most of the people in the city.
I'm saying as far as what you're dropping. Like I'm sure you got songs with everybody, but like you're dropping a lot. So I'm like, is that like a part of your strategy? Is there a technique behind that?
There's like very little. The strategy is more about trying to like tell this story. It sounds so like douchey coming out of my mouth, but I mean it, man. Like it's really more about like I dropped Fun Hate and then like canonically Live Desi Live had to come next.
So you really do sing because you like it. It's not for the girls.
Yeah,
That's what you're telling me.
I started piano like as soon as I'm like learning teaching myself to play the guitar right now. I'm like trying to always get better and like.
That's what's up.
Because it's like my real therapy and my diary and shit. But I don't want to get deep. So at the same time, I will say it's nice to be able to. It pushes me to be more sociable.
That's what's up.
Because I would hide in my room every day, but I go out and do shit like this.
Okay, so I think so far what we got out of it is my boy Durow loves to make music, right? So you love to make music, you're an artist, you got a lot of songs out there. I know a lot of people listen to your songs. You have a lot of streams. What's your highest streaming song? I know one time you posted something and I was super impressed and I messaged you personally and I was like, my nigga. I'm like, you got how many streams, G? And he's like, oh, I got this much, woo woo. And you know me, I'm straight to the, how much money is that? Like, you know, I'm trying to find you know, that's my first, that's the only thing I care about. It's like, congratulations, you're the shit, so many streams, awesome. How much money does that pay out?
Like nothing.
You know what I mean? And he was like, he gave me a number and I was like, what? That's crazy. But anyway, what is your highest streaming song? Do you know?
It's Saturn.
Saturn.
For sure, yeah.
How many stream, do you know?
I don't know
about
the combined total, but I know on Spotify it's at like 280,000.
280,000 streams just on Spotify.
Yeah.
And then of course it's out on all other platforms. Like how much money does that bring in? Is that something you can like tell us or?
Well, yeah. I think I brought in like, I think it was like 500 or 600 total. And
then are you still getting paid off it now?
Less.
Less.
It had a big peak.
Yeah.
It sat up there for a bit, circulated, and now it's kind of just like remained like Saturn, Icarus, Sleeping with a Fully Loaded Rifle,
right.
Pete Weber, like a couple of my top songs just kind of float sitting up there with getting. It's been crazy to see how my audience changes and grows though, and like shrinks like with drops. Like you don't drop music for a bit and you see who are like the solid fans who keep just putting you, like they just keep listening to you versus the people who played you because you dropped something new and like found out about you.
Yeah. So what else, like other than the music shit though, bro, you know, like I think a lot of people here in our city, and not just our city, like obviously in other cities because you have a lot of fans and stuff like that, you know, your streams show it. Other than music, like who are you as a person? Like what do you represent? You know what I'm saying? Like you grew up where? Can I ask you that? Like are you from Fargo?
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised in Fargo.
Yeah.
And then you've been doing music since you were 7. But like what kind of lifestyle did you live? Like did you have that, you know, did you have a good lifestyle? Did you have like you know, did you have everything?
I would say most of my struggles came more midway through my life. I think I'm so old now. It's like looking back on my life.
And midway is like what age do you think?
I guess I'm saying like I was lucky enough to have parents that actually gave a fuck about me, loved me. And like, of course, I dealt with the same shit that everybody does with growing up and shit, but I think I had it pretty good. I would say as soon as I started going out on my own, it was really hard for me to adjust just like as a human being and figure out how to navigate being myself. Because I spent my whole childhood and life basically joining every single club, hanging out with everybody, trying to like do everything.
Okay.
Like I just like
because you
everything.
didn't know what you wanted to do, or just you just love everything.
Yeah, because I love being busy. I love doing things. Like I like you asked what other things I like. Like bro, like I spend hours just listening to like astronomy videos and like shit about space. Like they got the James Webb telescope and all the pictures coming out from that. Like I get into that shit too. I was gonna be a physicist. I'm a physicist in
so you're kind of like a nerd.
Yeah,
like a geek type shit. Like
I'm on this pill. It got me.
So you're just okay. So first of all, you got like this long blonde, like luscious hair.
Auburn.
Like you wear muscle shirts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're, like I mean for real. Like you got like your nails painted. You got like this whole look going on. You're a rock
crazy?
star.
I feel like I'm so
But then at the
underdressed.
same time, you watch astronomy videos, and then like you like. That shit is fucking crazy, and you don't sing for girls. Like
well, okay. I like singing for girls. Like I love singing for, and girls in general. I will say I like singing for people. It's very fun to, you know this. Like
No, because like that's the reason why. The reason why I asked like where, like what kind of life you grew up with. Because like when I listen to some of your songs, I feel like there's a lot of pain in them.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like you're crying on some of these motherfuckers. Like not literally, but I can feel it, you know what I mean?
Like I'm bipolar as fuck, bro. Like, and I didn't know that. I didn't get diagnosed until like 24.
Oh, okay, so you're legitly bipolar.
Yeah, like I didn't know. I spent my whole life just going back and forth.
And you think that affects your music? Like
oh yeah, bro. Like
but it still comes from somewhere though, right? So,
oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that bipolar creates my music. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying the same way that like getting high will change your state of mind. Like when I'm going through any sort of like mania, when I'm feeling that up, like that's when I'm making hip hop. That's when I'm feeling that low 808 in my chest and feeling invincible and wanting to write something that, fuck if it's like factually true or not. Does it make me feel invincible? Does this make me feel the catharsis of like I want to go like punch a wall, but instead I'm gonna listen to this song.
Yeah.
And then other times when I'm down, that's when I'm like pulling out the guitar and the piano, and that's when you're crying and like.
Yeah, no, cause like you got like a lot of pain. I feel like most of the pain sounds like heartbreaks. Mm-hmm. So like you've had a lot of girlfriends, bro.
Yeah.
Like, have you had a lot of girlfriends for being a pop star singer or no?
I've actually, I feel like I've been pretty monogamous for most of my life. I dated my first girlfriend for 6 years.
Hold on, like you gotta like help me out a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm a street dude, so monogamous. like I got kicked out of high school. You know what I mean? Like what does that mean? Like exactly.
I just mean I mean that I was loyal to my girlfriend.
No, that's what's up. I do believe you, and I'm just teasing you. You know,
no, I know.
I know you're a good guy, and that's why I'm just kind of giving you some shit right now. The only reason why actually maybe I'm saying it is because I'm jealous. You know, like I wish I could sing, because if I could sing, I would have a bunch of girlfriends, and I would fucking
I think you got it twisted, man. I feel like I when I was singing, that was like what everybody around me could do, and then like the fact that
so you were around other people that could sing.
Yeah, like when I grew up being the guy who couldn't sing compared to the other people.
That's crazy.
So it pushed me to get better, but that's why I'm always trying to like put myself in rooms like that. Like I grew up around people who can. Natalie Shaw, she's on Broadway now. Like she was in our graduating class, and now she's a lead on a Broadway show. Like that was who I was singing next to. So I had I'll say this. It's not about how good you can sing or how well you can sing. It's about like the emotion in it and the writing of the song. Because there's people I know that can't sing, but they can sing. Because
that's what singing is really about. I watch American Idol. I've been watching it for about 10 years straight. I'm a big fan.
I tried out for that show, bro.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't fucking make it, bro.
That's what's you didn't
So I just
make
don't watch it anymore, man.
Yeah, that's okay. Because they missed out on a star. Because I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, your music is really dope. And I did check out your album that you dropped, Live Desi Live, right?
Yeah.
And that shit is super dope, man. So congrats to you on that album. I know you made it to the news on that album. You were on the news, right? You were on the newspaper for that album. You had a release party at Proof.
Yes.
Right? And big shout out to Proof, because Proof is who provides Crazy Talk with this liquor that we have here. I took a few shots before the camera started, and this shit got me going stupid. That's probably why I'm asking him so much questions that are going to get him in trouble later. But that's okay, because that's what we do on Crazy Talk with Crazy Flo. But this is that gin, that Minions. We've been drinking on that. You got the Two Docs vodka. It's a award-winning vodka, actually, that they won an award on, so that's a good thing. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Cole Gang. Cole Gang is responsible for all the promo that you see. If you need a flyer, you can hit him up. If you need a music video, you can hit him up. If you need a cover for your mixtape, you can hit him up. That's Cole Gang. Another people that we gotta give a big shout out to is Misfit Kicks. Misfit Kicks is my shoe plug, the local shoe plug. As you can see here, we got some of my favorites. We got like the LA Laker ones. We got the UNC toes. Of course I'm a Laker fan, man. Come on, man. Who's not a Laker fan? If you don't like basketball, you gotta be, crazy if you're not a Laker fan. You know what I mean?
Were you a Laker fan before LeBron?
Oh, way before. I was a Laker fan like when I first even knew what basketball was, man. You know what I mean? Like with like Kobe and Shaq and Derek Fisher and all that back in the day, I was a Laker fan. So that's why these are one of my favorites. And you can hit up Misfit Kicks for any kind of shoes that you want, because they give you those kind of shoes. Another big shout out to Dab X. Dab X is the future of dabbing. This is what it is right here. It's simple and easy and ready to go. All you gotta do is load up what you got, press this button, and all of a sudden everything is ready to go and clear. You don't need no torch, you don't need nothing. That's Dab X. You can go on that website that's posted right there and put in the promo code Crazy Flo, and you will get 15% off on your Dab X. We got the best price. I'm telling you, go to that website and you can see that. And right now you are watching Crazy Talk with Crazy Flo with no one other than the pop prince of Fargo. We call him Alex Durow. This guy is going crazy. He's here next to me right now. Thank you so much for coming to this show, Alex Durow. Man, this shit is crazy, but we want to find out a little bit more about you. Obviously we found out you're a talented person. You got a lot of projects out. They can look you up on any platforms and all that. But you said you grew up a little bit, and then most of your problems came through like midlife or whatever. Like, what's the?
Is 19 midlife? Is that?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, cause like, how old are you? You're like in your 20s still. Oh yeah, that's like that's your midlife for sure.
Yeah.
Like I was crazy when I was 19. I was going through some crazy shit when I was 19 too. A lot of people do, cause you said you moved out on your own, and you were trying to like figure out how that works. You know what I mean? And really trying to like establish yourself, and that's really hard to do. You know what I mean? Especially.
Yeah, I went out to the cities. I went out to Minneapolis.
Oh, so you didn't even stay in Fargo?
Yeah,
I
went out to the cities for a year, and while I was out there, like I went to school out in the U of M, and it was pretty fun out there. But that's where I went out to my first studio.
Yeah.
It was Humans Win Studio. I'll even shout it out. But like, I'll never forget, bro. That was the first time I ever recorded vocals, because up until then I'd only been on FL making beats. And so when I went there, I was so intimidated, and they had all this equipment, but the guy didn't even really know what auto-tune was.
Right.
And I'm coming from it from a place of like, auto-tune. When I was growing up, auto-tune was the thing that T-Pain did. Right. That everybody like shit on.
Yeah.
And then it very much culturally became then Travis Scott, and then everybody started using it. You know what I mean? And I'm part of that wave of like, I love using it. I love auto-tune.
Yeah, because when I use auto-tune, I can sing like this motherfucker right here.
Same, bro.
You know what I mean?
I can actually sing with the auto-tune on, man. I feel like Post Malone with the auto-tune on. Yeah. But anybody can sing these days. Especially, and then you got Flex Pitch. Remember Flex Pitch, bro, on Logic, man? That's the secret sauce. I'm not even gonna gatekeep, bro. Like, I see so many podcasts where you get artists on, and then they're trying to not expose their vocal chain or anything like that. Like, other artists want to hear that shit. They want to know what people are using.
Who is the best artist in Fargo other than you? Rap artist. I want to know, because I'm a rapper, so I want to know who you think is the best rap artist.
They're all in the room? Everybody's in the room here?
Hey, listen, if it's your friend, whatever. Just don't be biased. Like, I want you to really say who the best rapper is, bro. Or,
just rapper.
I don't, like, okay, hold on.
Like, what are the qualifications of this?
We ain't going to put this in, like, a straight rapper MC, like, thing. Who...
Just rapper MC?
No, like, cause who is just the best overall that you think is, who do you think is the best in the rap side? Cause I know you know a lot of the rappers. Who's your favorite? Who do you think is the best? Hey, come on!
You see that shit? Well, I think I'll say no. I think when it comes to just straight rap, or like overall as a rapper, I'd probably give it...
performer, appearance, I mean, like, come on, like, the way he performs.
Everything?
Like, yeah, all around.
Bro, I have to give it to Jance. Dude showed up with a watermelon on his head. Dude pulled up in a fucking toy Audi. Like, dude, he beatboxes. Yeah. He'll freestyle on stage. Yeah. He'll, like... He'll make a beat. I'm
not gonna argue with you on that one.
Like play the drums.
I'm definitely not gonna argue with you on that one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
me personally, like, okay, when I perform, like, I feel like I'm one of the artists that like really turns the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, and I got crazy great crowd control. I'm just a little bit different than a lot of artists, I feel like, you know, and people know that. Like, when they see my show, or people that are at my shows, like, every artist gets a certain vibe, and then when I pull up on stage, it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but one of the only other artists that do the same thing that I've seen plenty of times, where I'm like, okay, this motherfucker know how to do the same shit, and know how to do crowd control, and know how to perform, and can rap his ass off, is Jansonia. So
yeah,
so I give you that one. Like, look, that's cool.
There's a lot of, and like, if you boiled it down to other criteria, or if you like expanded it out, you know what I mean? Like, there is so much room for, because here's the thing that I'll say. We can do it for the pot, you know what I mean? We can talk about it, but like, it really is just different. You know what I mean? Dakota Faye, like, he also puts on an incredible live show.
He does.
He's
incredible. He does. Yeah, he does.
But when you say rapper, I feel like Dakota's almost been going more into singing. Yeah. In a lot of ways. So I almost like disqualified him off of that. You know what I mean? Or like,
hey, Dakota, you are disqualified as being the best rapper.
Because
that's what he just said.
I'm saying it's in a different category.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Durow said it.
No, I have words for Dakota Faye. I'm gonna put the hat on. I'm gonna wear his hat. But I will say that I think as he's gone more into his singing, I think he's found his sound more, and I think.
Oh yeah,
I think
he's
it's
definitely
gotten-
having fun.
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
I don't think
shout out
it's
to Dakota.
it wasn't as a diss, but it is definitely like I don't know if I'd put you in the same category anymore. Like I don't see him
That's
as
crazy.
just like a rapper.
That's
and if
crazy.
you say best artist, that
I feel like after this, he's gonna come out with a whole rap album, just to be like,
Hopefully.
oh, people think I'm singing now.
I hope so, man.
He said, I hope so.
I'll help
Okay, let's
produce-
go a little different. Who's the worst?
You just want to start shit. All right.
No, like who? Like I mean, you don't got fuck. We do gotta say a name. Who? Like I'll even say who I think is the worst too. Fuck it. Just
All right,
like
you go
no,
first.
or like
You
should
go
we
first,
just not
'cause-
answer it?
No,
Should we not?
you want to know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though?
Should we not answer this?
The issue here is it's like I work with all of them.
You work.
I
you
work
record
with
them.
all of these artists.
You record them.
So yeah, I record them. I have a song with them. So all of these different artists across
Oh,
the city.
so we can't say that. But just know,
Who
one of
do
you
I have shit
motherfuckers
against?
who
Who do I have
go
shit
record with him, one of y'all is the suckiest or the
Yeah,
worst.
it's one of you. It's one of you. Yeah, it's one of you. I know that.
I'm not gonna lie.
But
I don't
work
even
with
know who
everybody.
I would put as the worst.
I don't think there's people that I don't think necessarily are doing it. I don't think they're necessarily like pushing forward or like pioneering or doing anything great or new, but they're still expressing themselves, and so I just still like call that a win. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
good
for
you.
sure.
I don't
For
know,
sure.
it's
Who-
not- that's not as fun as actually ranking the worst rappers.
Who do you think has had one of the biggest impacts, maybe? You know, and what I mean by impacts is like people that have like just done certain things for the city, that have kept the music scene going, that have maybe, you know, who have done, maybe it's someone who's done numerous shows. Maybe it's someone who's recorded everyone's music for years. Maybe it's someone who, you know, has just always stayed in the game or always been, you know, like just showing us inspiration and showing us a vibe, or like, you know, like who, like if you had to pick like a couple guys in the whole city that were like, who are like the gatekeepers or who are like the key holders, you know what I'm saying?
Jance is a gatekeeper.
Jance is a gatekeeper.
Jance is a gatekeeper. Jance is a gatekeeper. I want that on record. And that's coming up. All right, yeah. All right, we got it. Okay.
As far as being one of the most consistent rappers, or
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be the same names. We're both gonna know them. You know what I mean? It's other
yeah,
than
that's
us,
what
it's-
I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know. I think the new guys that I'm seeing come up are exciting too. Like Shotty the Beam.
I don't know who that is.
Oh man, like
Shout out
like,
to Shotty the
Yeah,
Beam.
like he's a little bit. I think he's 21 or 22, so he's like a couple years younger than me.
Yeah.
But like, I hadn't heard of him until recently, but he's everywhere too now, and he's doing a lot of good events. And do you know who Riley Sloan is? Do you know?
Nah.
He's doing the United.
But we're not
Playground.
talking about new people though, bro. Like
You're talking about the consistent
who the OGs, like who.
Well, Zach Lucy's an OG too.
Zach Lucy.
Zach
Great
Lucy
one.
is
Great
for
one.
real in one.
He's DJ'd many shows.
He DJs
he's always been down to do a show for you if you hit him up. You know what I mean? He's always been supportive. He's always invited people to come into his studio to make sure people are recording or getting what they need or providing beats. Zach Lucy, great one. Do you got another one? So you had Jan Sonia, Zach Lucy, because now we're almost building a Mount Rushmore, so we almost need like two more. So like we got.
What do you think? I don't know.
I mean,
Dakota Faye's been around for a while, putting the city on. He's been on the news. He was doing like community events, like helping like feed the
what
children
about
at
what
school
about
lunches or something.
what about somebody like Big Mike, or like
Oh, yeah.
their whole crew, or what about someone like Charlie Mizza, or what about someone like Big Reno? You know
Man,
what
see,
I mean?
I've
So,
never
like,
connected
you know,
with Reno. I've heard so much about Reno.
Yeah,
and I've
because
never
like for
actually
example, like
connected
Big
with him.
Reno, he's done like the festivals. Like he did like years in a row of like big festivals where he's brought out big artists. Like I mean, he's brought out like Ludacris, T-Pain, Yellow Wolf, a lot of other artists, Sean Kingston. I don't know. Like he's brought out a lot of artists, and he's like he's kind of locked into the industry. So like I don't know, would you consider that? You know, like kind of like one of the like Mount Rushmore guys, or one of the gatekeeper guys, or would it be like?
I mean, I'd never.
Would it be
heard his
like
music.
Charlie Mizza? Because like you know he was, you know Mizza was like in the scene like years ago, and him and his boys like was like coming up and creating the scene.
So what are the
like,
criteria?
Like, do you
of these
even
things?
know
Because
that far deep into the music scene, or do you not really know about it?
I know Charlie
guess?
Mizza does music videos and sessions, and he's got the good gear. That's what I know. And
So
I've
you
worked
don't
with
know
him.
Charlie Mizza was a rapper back in the day in a crew called 701 Click. That
Charlie
used-
Mizza was a rapper first?
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh,
Charlie Mizza
bro,
was
see?
a rapper,
Oh,
and
my
I
shit.
think he used to make beats back in the day too, or whatever. But he was a rapper. He had another homeboy. He was in a crew called 701 Click, and they made some mad noise. Like I remember, I was at like I grew up in the Ridge, so the Ridge is like a neighborhood up in North Fargo. So I grew up in the Ridge, and I remember this dude pulled up one day and was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm a rapper. Woo woo. You know, here's my poster. Here's my CDs. Here's my this. Here's my that." Now in the Ridge, like, you know, all the kids that grew up there, we were kind of we were a little bit more on like the edge, you know what I mean, like a little on the edgier side. So it's like, so we started calling him out, like, "Oh, you ain't no rapper." Woo woo. So we had a rapper named Serbs back in the day, aka Alex the Rapper.
Oh, yeah.
You know Alex the Rapper, like, okay. So he used to be Serbs back in the day, and he was the only one in the neighborhood that used to know how to rap. None of us rap. We all used to just fight and play ball, but Serbs used to rap. So we called Serbs up like, "Hey, we got this white boy whatever over here at the park, and he trying to tell us he's a rapper. We need you to come over here and rap against this dude." You know what I'm saying? So like Alex the Rapper, aka back in the day, was Serbs. He pulled up and started rapping and shit. Charlie Mizza started rapping, showed us some music. Anyway, long story short, Charlie Mizza had an album. That shit was like being sold at Best Buy, like legit
shit.
copies. Like this is back when you used to have to buy the CD and put it in the fucking, you know, like your stereo and shit like that. And yeah, so for me, let me give you mine. Like, so for me, it would be like Big Reno would be one of them. Charlie Mizza would be one of them for sure. You know what I'm saying? You know, another
like that's different from
another
that.
person that I gotta give it to is like shout out to my boy DJ Yanni. Like Yanni, for so
Yanni's
many
been a staple.
for
Yanni's
so
been a
many
staple. That's a
years,
good answer.
he threw like the most lit parties. You know what I'm saying? Like he really brought this crazy scene, and the reason why I know is I was a part of that team. You know what I mean? Like if you
did the
guys,
Boathouse.
if you guys remember back in the day, like Yanni and me and a couple other guys, like that was the crew. So like we really put like so much crazy shit on, but it was all due to Jan because he was like, he had that vision. He knew how to market shit. He knew how to fucking throw parties. He knew how to, like, he gave that, I feel like before Jan, there was never a local event that had more than like 200 people there, just like going nuts. You know what I mean? And showing
Even
like
Big Reno?
showing like
Or what do you
local
mean?
people support. Well, other than Big Reno. See,
Okay.
but so Big Reno never really did like local events.
Okay, where would you put Matt Becker if we're talking about Yanni as a source?
Oh.
Wicked Good Time was big too.
So Matt Becker I wouldn't put up on the Mount Rushmore as far as like, well actually yeah I would as far as the music scene because I'm only thinking rap. So if I think like just music in
He did a
general,
lot for the
Matt
EDM
Becker is
scene.
definitely up there.
Like-
Matt Becker is definitely up there if it like in general. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I don't know how you pick just four guys because I just keep thinking of different names. Like
I mean, I
Clyde
got
Schumann,
Reno,
bro.
Charlie Mizza, Matt. I'm gonna put Matt Becker up there because he did a lot of crazy EDM vibes and had Fargo going crazy, something that a lot of people didn't do. And he brought people here like Juicy J, a big hip hop concert. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
what
put,
about Jade Presents? What about like
and
Jade?
then Jade Presents.
Because he
Yeah.
is, if we're talking about Fargo,
He's the king.
I think the only reason I don't immediately think about him is the age difference. He's just older.
Yeah.
So to me,
But he's
like
definitely
the
Jade
he's
Presents
already
is
established.
definitely
The guy.
The
That's
guy
where Willie
that-
Nelson went.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Jade Presents
That's where
is
the big shows
But he
go.
doesn't really fuck with. I mean, no, I'm not gonna say that. He has worked with me before. I've worked with Jade Presents before, so shout out to Jade Presents. That shit is super dope. That shit is awesome. Anyway, do we gotta take like a break or something like that? Because we totally can. Yeah, we totally can. That's fine. We can take like a little break if people gotta move around or something like that. What's up, you bitch ass motherfuckers? This is Crazy Flo, and you are watching Crazy Talk. And as y'all can see, we got things a little bit different this time. The situation is a little bit more ghetto. You know what I'm saying? But that don't even matter because I'm rocking with no one other than Unquestionable Design. And the name says it all. This shit is unquestionable. Like, you can literally have nothing set up, and he's gonna make something out of it. And that's how you see this beautiful production right now, because I am teamed up with him and he's going so crazy. And you can actually hit him up for any kind of design. I mean, the guy does anything you can think of when it comes to your business, to your rap career, to your fucking, OnlyFans page. I don't fucking know. Whatever it is that you want.
I bet he
you
has
can
an
hit up
OnlyFans.
Unquestionable Design and he will get you right. Like, I mean, if you need a commercial, he can shoot you a commercial. He can shoot you a porn video, but he probably won't do that unless you pay him like a lot of money.
Like $50.
You know what I mean? No, not even 50. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But no, legitly, Unquestionable Design is the only person that you gotta go to for anything that you need. And right now, we are talking to Durow. Durow, I got a question for you, man. Who is your biggest inspiration when it comes to like the pop shit or the singing shit or like the type of music you do? What does Durow listen to for inspiration? Who do you listen to?
My biggest inspiration is probably John Bellion.
I don't even know who that is, bro.
Yes, you do. I'm at an all-time low, 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 low. You know that song.
Nope. No.
Everybody else in this room knows the song, though, right?
Everybody else in the room knows the song?
All right. Yeah.
I guess I'm the only one that doesn't know that song.
Yeah, and everybody on the camera knows, too, so.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because he's a genius. And
and
he's crazy. And he's written he's also written, like, Monster by Eminem and Rihanna.
Yeah.
Trumpets by Jason Derulo.
Oh, he's, okay.
Yeah, he was a writer for years first. So.
Okay, let me ask you this. Taylor Swift or Rihanna? Answer it truthfully. Answer it truthfully. Who would you listen to? Taylor Swift?
Oh, I definitely
Rihanna?
listen to Rihanna.
Okay, so Rihanna.
I actively listen to Rihanna, but I don't really play any Taylor Swift.
Okay.
But I respect Taylor Swift and I love what she's doing, and obviously she's got bangers. But
That's what's up.
I don't like
Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Bro, man, Nicki Minaj holds such a dear place to my heart, bro.
So you're picking Nicki?
But Cardi B, her music is so much more fire in my mind. I'm sorry, but like, I think Nicki might even have better bars and shit, but...
Bars?
Yeah, but like, Cardi B, I just enjoy her music more. Just always. Like, her music is just... I'd rather listen to anything off of Cardi B than anything off of Nicki Minaj, if I had to pick one.
I go with Nicki Minaj.
And I respect that. I get that.
Like Nicki, she got bars.
But Cardi B kind of took over for me. Like, she beat her.
Do you know Cardi B doesn't write her music? Or, I mean, I don't know that for sure. But that I've seen that plenty.
Well,
I've seen that she's got writers.
So Drake doesn't write his stuff. Like, so who writes their stuff and who doesn't write their stuff?
I think with Drake, there was only like certain records that maybe he got help with or whatever. I think that's more kind of the case on Drake's side.
But you're saying Cardi had verses fully written out for her.
That's what I've heard. I heard that she just has like straight writers. So I don't, you know what I mean? Huh. So would that change your mind at all?
Yeah.
Would you perform a song written for you? Are you like...
People have asked me to do that. People have asked me to do that, and I've never said yes, and I don't want to, but I understand that if somebody ever wanted, like, as an artist, so like when you're a songwriter, right, you're basically like
$5 grand, sing the song.
It's not like that. It's like this.
Would you do it?
Well, okay, it's like this. If somebody came to me and said, look, I'm writing this album, and right here, I'm hearing your voice sing this. Can you do this for me?
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah, let's make your vision come alive. Yeah. But I wouldn't like take a ghostwritten song and put it under like the Durow page. Cause that to me is like, that's my music.
So what if a label was like, you know, we got a record deal for you, but we got songwriters for you. Your music is not what we're looking for, but you know, maybe your talent, or maybe it's something about you is what they want, but they want you to work with like a ghostwriter. Would you take that deal or no?
Mm-mm. And I've had similar like deals or like contracts where it's not about ghostwriting, but they've wanted like a red tape process of I can make my music, but then we're gonna send it over to an engineer who's gonna master it, and we're gonna send it to our editors who are gonna make sure that we like it enough. And I just kind of like walked away from that because I just ended up finding my own team of people that I can like, I'm gonna send it to you because I want your feedback.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you have to say about it, and I trust your brain on it. and I just want your feedback. But I remain in control of my music.
Do you charge for features or for shows?
I charge for shows, but I don't charge for features. I just don't usually do a feature unless
you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on that roll.
And I'm bad at it too, because there's a lot of people who send me DMs on like Instagram and shit of songs that it takes me forever to hear them, and then when I do hear them, they're fire. But there's just so much going on, man. Like it is so hard to run this shit.
Yeah.
All like to be
because you
doing
do it like
so many
all
things.
yourself, damn near, right? Like you record yourself too.
I make my beats. I
you
write
make
the
your own
song.
beats too?
Yeah, from scratch. I'm making the beats on like my MIDI keyboard in Logic,
I
and
didn't
then
know that.
I started in FL at 13. That's what I'm saying. Like I make the beats.
I
and
really
then
didn't know that.
And then
no,
I
I
write
really
the
didn't
song
know
on
that. But I was always like, every time I hear your music, I'm like, where does this motherfucker find these beats at? Like, I do think that, but I didn't think you make your own
custom
beats.
made.
That's what's
I
up.
make it. I honestly, it comes together at once. I don't like make a beat and then write a song on it.
Yeah.
I just like make the song, and it's like, okay, so this is what the instrumental is, and these are my vocals, and I have to put down the instrumentals first to then record vocals on top of it, just like.
But you already have the vocals before you hear a
Usually
beat?
I have the whole song.
Like you already
written
know
in
what
my
the
head.
song is before you hear a beat.
Oh yeah, bro. Like,
for sure.
I'll
That's
listen.
what's
I'll like
up.
have it in bed. Like when I'm laying down in bed, like I'll just be like writing song lyrics. I'll have the whole song planned out.
With no beat.
And then but I have the beat in my head. I just like know what it's gonna be.
That's
and
fire.
the best part, so that's what's so cool is like when the idea meets reality. That's the most beautiful part of the process. And I'm talking to you like you don't know this, but like
I know
but,
what
like,
you mean. But
that
I need a
combination-
beat. That's all I'm saying.
But you
I
can
need
still
to hear
you
that
paint- you
motherfucking
paint the
beat,
song.
cuz. What you mean we making a song? Where the beat at? Like
It's easier, but it's easier than people think. It's the issue is that DAWs are so the
yeah, we got the blunt pads. to it.
the learning curve is so steep that it's
Yeah.
like impossible. You have to be really passionate, watch a lot of YouTube tutorials, and be really angry and frustrated for a while before it
Yeah.
gets good. And it's getting easier. I heard like BandLab, like the kids are using BandLab on their phones and it's working.
Yeah, people
So,
are like recording on their phones and it's actually sounding legit now.
yeah.
I've seen that shit.
I had to go to a studio first, and then I went to a studio. You know Austin Cannon?
Austin Cannon. That sounds so fucking familiar.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you.
I gotta know him. I think I'm off the
He's
Proof
a real
shit.
estate agent now, but
Shout out to Proof. I'm off the gin. My bad.
But-
Austin Cannon, real estate agent. I need a house. Yeah.
but he was the first guy to show me autotune in a workable way, and that's why I chose Logic. I was on FL.
I use
then I went-
Logic.
I know,
Yeah,
bro.
I
And
know.
then when I came to your studio, that was more like confirmation of, oh, okay, like you're running this full, like this is you're making money doing this,
Yeah.
and you're off.
And then
Logic.
you do that too, right? Like you sell studio time too,
yeah, that's like my job, like while I'm working.
and then you use
doing
that
shit.
money to like fund your music. I'm guessing or something like that.
Yeah, I would say it's like 80-90% of my income still comes from like doing just studio
Recording.
sessions. Yeah, like having artists come in and charging like per hour to like help them with their song.
So you don't make enough money off your like streams to.
No.
I mean, I don't know, like, 'cause, like he got a lot of streams, so. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's crazy how little it really adds up to, especially because
Like I just withdrawed my shit from DistroKid yesterday. It was like $26.
that's what I'm saying is like you have to be getting.
You feel me?
What was it that streams
And then,
are the loss
they hit
leader?
me
That
like,
was what it
it's
was.
gonna take 2 to 3 days. I need that shit right now.
Oh, and DistroKid reports it 2 to 3 months. Like it takes 2 to 3 months to update it. So
That's it.
I dropped my album, and then it took till like a week ago to
Yeah,
even
but
see
I
that
found
money.
I figured out how to scam. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you the game after
Alright,
the
yeah,
camera
yeah,
shut
yeah.
off. But I figured out how to scam this shit. I'm gonna show you. Watch. Like this shit is crazy. Yeah, I figured out how to scam it. I'm finna put out like 10 songs a week, and somehow all of those songs are finna hit. Cause like, okay, so here's the little. Hold on, I'm gonna put them on game real fast. Like, okay, so Spotify. When you're not a big artist, when you're just like me and you're just one of those motherfuckers putting out a song on Spotify or all those other platforms, right? Let me tell you something. Spotify only allows like 3,000 streams a day on that song. Like they won't even let the fucking algorithm hit more than 3,000
what?
unless you got like a different, and, unless you're paying for a big playlist or whatever. But like just organically, you can't hit more than 3,000. Like the algorithm won't even let it go there. But that's off one song. So if you put out like 10 songs and they all hit 3,000, you know, on all the. Listen, I'm gonna give you the game later, but like we gonna make some money off these motherfuckers one day. But like, yeah, you can. There's a way to scam it. I've seen it, and I'm about to try it. So I'm about to get all my money.
I think I've probably almost made as much money off of merch as I have from streams, and I've sold a lot less merch than you know what I mean? Merch, and also just shows. Shows are a huge moneymaker that I did not know was
What's
gonna
the
be a
biggest
thing.
show you've done? Like, what's the biggest crowd you've performed in front of? Do you know?
Either B.O.B. or Juicy J.
B.O.B. Oh, okay, so I performed.
Jason Derulo was big, but it wasn't. B.O.B. was way bigger, right?
Was B.O.B. bigger than
Jason
Juicy
Derulo?
J?
No, y'all are fucking with me. Jason Derulo. Okay, well then the Jason Derulo one.
So you've opened up for Jason Derulo, Juicy J, B.O.B.
I don't know, Jay Plaza, Begonia, Riff Raff like 3 times.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Open for a Riff Raff, bro. That's the crown jewel right
Yeah,
there.
shout out Riff Raff.
Those shows were strange. I don't know, it's very weird because I'll tell you this. The biggest shows and the best shows are so different. Because
Come grab this.
I think my best show at this point would probably be either of my album release events. Because it was a crowd of people who actually knew my music.
Yeah.
So there's people singing along, there was people dancing along who knew when the drop, you know what I mean? It's a different energy when the crowd actually knows your music versus just showing up and doing a show. That's what so many people, when I was 17, 18, I wanted to tour immediately.
Yeah.
And of course, like, you should try to, but I want to like plan my own
I
tour.
think
And
only,
it's like, no,
I think only
fans.
Jan Sonia goes on tours.
For real, only Jance goes on tours, and it can get away with it because
he said I can get away with it.
because
Like, what does
if
that
you don't have
even mean?
people like I can look at my Spotify, I can look at the top 10 cities, and I can be like, okay, I could pull up there, and I could at least get like a X amount of people at each show depending on the city.
Yeah.
But even at that level, it's really hard to fill, like, to put a ass in a seat.
Yeah, it's
you know,
hard. No, it's
to
hard.
actually have people who care enough about what you're
Unless
doing.
you motherfucking lit as fuck, motherfucker.
And that's
You know
why
what I mean?
that's why
You
the
gotta have that shit
conversation.
alliteration.
Yeah, you have to have
telling you.
it's always alliteration,
For
bro.
real.
You have to learn to. It's about moments. It's about making like. I used to just want to put all my songs out in like because I get so congested. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I get so congested with all those projects. I just want to get it out.
Yeah.
But those songs deserve a chance to actually get some exposure. And it's not promotion. It's not marketing or branding. It's like actually authentically showing people what you made. When Banksy is just the way Banksy, where he puts his painting, what it's about, when he put it there, how long it's there, and how it's gotten rid of, all of that is a factor in the artistic process. It's not just the idea for the painting or the painting itself.
So for you, it's everything. Like,
And that's what's so hard, is like trying to run all of those different elements, trying to be in creative control of all of that. That's why what I've learned as I've gotten older is like, you really do have to surround yourself with a team of people that you trust to handle the other things. Like, find fellow creatives.
Yeah.
And like find people
That
who
believe in
actually
you.
know about money, bro. Because I am an artist. I don't know shit about money.
Oh, so you don't. Yeah.
So I try and have people around me that kind of know a thing or two, so that I'm not getting too played.
No, I feel that, and I feel like you do have a great team. I like, you know, for the time that I've known you anyway. Like, I know you guys had like the basement. You guys had like your own thing. I actually came to do a collab song with you one time. I was sick as fuck.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
bro.
you remember that.
Man, no,
But
I remember. Then
like,
you
I was
re-recorded
so
it.
sick. And I like couldn't do shit but watch this guy like, you know, create the hook. And he gave me like exactly what I wanted. Like, so I pulled up to your studio, and I was like, look, bro, I need like a Justin Bieber hit. Like, that's what I told him. And I was like, so we just need to find something that's like, you know, and he gave me like a dope hook, and I couldn't even do anything because I'm like sick as fuck, and I couldn't even like, you know.
But then you re-recorded, and
At my
I was
crib.
so
Yeah.
humbled, bro.
Yeah.
That was such a learning experience for me, because I was in there, and I was already running my business.
Yeah.
So I was in there like wheeling and dealing. And then you sent back the vocals you recorded, louder, crispier, more present in the mix. I was like, oh, I gotta up my shit.
But like we
I
did
started
it, we
looking at
did
new
it quick. We
plugins.
did it quickly though. Like, we did it quickly.
Oh yeah, I mean, it wasn't like mastered or anything, but but it was, I don't know. Finding people that are more talented than you is like the key to getting better.
Oh
in
no,
life, bro.
man! Like,
you know what I mean?
like I think your talent and you know, your creative process and the way you like release your music and even the way you perform, I think has been a big inspiration to a lot of people in our city, and a lot of people that like, you know, watch you perform. I'll be an artist that says that I've seen you perform a few times where I had to like step back and be like, okay, I need to maybe up my game up a little bit because he just did something that was really cool, or you know what I mean? And not just you, like I've seen a lot of you know, rappers or performers in our city do something, and I'm like, all right, like, you know, I peeped that, like, you know what I'm saying? And but like, you
being
know,
able to learn from your peers, being able to see what other people are doing well.
Yeah, and right now people are learning from you, bro. You know, and that's kind of like why, you know, I like that you came to talk to me on this show, so people can kind of like know a little bit more about, you know, why you do this music, you know, what drives you, what your passion is about this music, you know what I mean, and why you're successful at it too. And I think what we've learned today, or what I learned today, the reason why you're successful, and the reason why people fuck with you, and the reason why people listen to your music, and the reason why people show up to your shows and to your release parties, is because you really genuinely love this shit, bro. Like I was like, I'm testing you. Like I'm over here talking about girls. Do you do it for girls? Are you this? Are you this? You know, because like the reality is I'm trying to figure out like, what is it for? You know, because I come from a background where anything that you see somebody do, it's like there's a reason for it, or there's like a hunger for it, or he you know what I mean?
Want to be
it's
great.
Like,
that's my
you know
hunger.
what I'm saying?
I want to change art is what I want to do.
Yeah, like
But it's all, at the end of the day, the drive is the pain though, and the joy and the emotions, the love, and when you're talking about heartbreak, all of that. That's what like drives me. Like I used to pay to make music. Now, thankfully, I'm getting paid. Now you're getting paid. And hopefully in the future, I'll get paid more and be able to support myself better. You know what I mean? But regardless of where the money's going, like the music's it has to be there. It's just kind of what I do.
Like sometimes I love to be around people like you because, you know, I'm a little bit opposite than you are, you know, like I'm very money
talent, but
I'm very money. Like no, like, so don't get it wrong. I love making music just like anybody else. Like I take it very serious. I know I'm good at it. You know what I mean? Like when I do make a song, I do think about what can I say to make someone else relate to me, to make someone else feel what I'm feeling, to make someone else see what I'm seeing. I do think about those things. So I am an artist for sure, just like anyone else is. But see, my drive to be the best that I can be is to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to be like,
the freedom, right? So then you can be free. You would still make music if you were a billionaire. If you just like got $1 billion, you'd still be making music.
I don't know. That's like I'm just gonna be 100. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Because they're like making music. Like, see, to me, like I wasn't trying to rap. Like I said, back in the day in my hood, the only rapper was Serbs. I was doing other shit, and like when Serbs used to rap, I used to think it was fire. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's my, you know what I mean? My nigga can really get it. And like sometimes when I was at home or something, I maybe try to rap in my head or something a little bit, and then, but I don't know. Long story short, eventually I found out I could rap. And then I started battling people, and then I was winning battles.
So you were doing battle rap?
Yeah. I started out battle rapping.
Did you ever battle rap Jans?
Never. No. And like, man. If I did, it would be a really good one, you know, because like he a great rapper, and
that'd be fun to watch. Or you and Malavinci.
And me, I'm very like ruthless, like, you know what I mean, with like, so like I think he would be like lyrically, you know, getting down and hitting bars and all that. And I would come back with a little bit of a different approach. I would probably be a lot more aggressive. I would probably have a lot like nastier bars. I'd probably be talking about, you know, fucking his bitch and doing all this other shit. I don't really see Jansonia saying that to me, but maybe if I say it to him,
maybe he'll come back with some wild shit.
On some wild shit. I'm like, hold on.
No, you know what's crazy? He'd find a way to be polite about it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it'd be a good battle because I think it'd be two different, you know, I mean, approaches. So
two different methods of
it'd
savagery.
Be like, okay, so what do you like more? Do you like the, you know, the more lyrical side of things and maybe the more creative side of things, or do you like this guy that's just trying to fucking take his fucking neck off? You know what I mean? Like, so it's like
different categories, man.
But that'd be I haven't rap battled in a long time. And if I did, I would need some money for it.
Gotta get a check for it.
No, but what I was trying to say is like I like to be around people like you because it humbles me and it makes me remind myself that I don't have to worry so much about how much money I'm making, you know what I'm saying, on certain things. Because see, me, the reason why I asked you also before this, how do you feel about putting out so much songs at once? The reason why I don't do it is because when I do put out certain songs, I don't see a big return on it. So to me, I feel like I have to hold on to my craft until somebody pays me enough money to hear this shit. You know what I
yours
mean?
was money, mine was just ears.
Yeah.
I've held on to so much stuff wanting people to actually hear it, but it's like a trap. It's this weird Chinese finger trap of like, if you don't drop the music, no one can hear it. If you don't do the world building of like who you are, like photo shoots and video shoots, those are not extemporaneous projects.
Right.
That is how you show people who you are.
Right.
Your identity. That's all part of like what you create. I don't know. So that's something I've been working on, is trying to just be authentic. That's why like Authentic 22 was my theme last year. I didn't really stick with it for Authentic 23. I didn't really keep that phrasing, but it's.
And do you feel like you stayed authentic as you possibly could on your new album, Lived As You Live?
Yeah, I've forced myself to.
You forced yourself.
Yeah,
to.
there's so many cosmetic choices I would have made if I was trying to make it go viral.
Yeah.
If I wanted some of those songs to be viral hits, I would have doubled the amount of drums on it. I mean, there's just certain things I would have done to make it, but like. It wasn't about that. It was about like this, like what I'm trying to, everything I went through about like getting arrested and fucking being like at the lowest moments of my life and like coming back from that. Yeah. And feeling the like self-confidence and self-growth of, oh, I've been to these low spots and I got myself out of it. And so it was like I wrote, and that's the crazy thing, bro. Sometimes I write these songs like right before the shit happens. It's I write it. And I'm like, I don't know why that bar like came to me, why that lyric happened. And then some shit happens where it's like, oh, I needed that. Yeah. Like when I wrote "If You're Falling Down, Just Remember You Can Fly." That was like it was moments before like one of the worst weekends of my life, and just it spawned like this crazy amount of grinding and struggle that I had to get through. But in it, I feel like I've grown so much that like now I feel fucking invincible. I feel like I as a human being like leveled up.
Yeah. And you're able to put all those feelings into a song.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I.
That's crazy, man.
I struggle with being able to explain it. I either rant or whatever, but I can just listen to the songs.
No, and you can find it on all platforms right now.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
The album is out right now.
Yeah, Lived As You Live. It's spelled weird. LIVDESSILIV. It's not like live. It's like live. Liv.
Yeah, but all they gotta do is just follow.
If you just look up Durow, it'll be like the top thing.
It'll be the top thing. That's what he said.
Sorry.
No, I love that, man. And thank you so much for coming to Crazy Talk.
No, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for letting me be part of this.
And thank you for sharing, where we can get your album at and what your music is about and what your personality kind of really is too. Because like I hope people watch this and say, like, this guy is the real deal artist who really cares about his music, who really wants to just make music because he loves it. He doesn't really care what the outcome is. He just wants to share it with people. He wants people to feel it, to hear it, to vibe with it. And again, this is Crazy Talk with Crazy Flo, produced and shot by Unquestionable Design. And we got Alex Durow, and this shit was legendary. And we will see you guys next time. I'm out of here.
It's not Crazy Talk. This is Crazy Talk.
That's Crazy Talk.
That's Crazy Talk.
Hey, did you know Crazy Flo's on house arrest?
Yeah, I'm a boss, I do what I want.